Okay.
All right, welcome guys. For my informative speech, I will be covering the asteroid sampling return mission. The goal of this mission is to collect a sample of asteroid dust off of an asteroid and bring it back to Earth. This is important because this is the first one of its kind. We've always been able to send instruments into space and allow them to collect data and send the data back to us, but now we're able to collect a physical sample and send it back to us as well. So before I continue on, let me give you a brief background. So a young man got his first degree in natural science at the University of Oxford in England. He later went on to get his PhD in cosmology and ended up getting an office in the Department of Applied Mathematics and Theoretical Physics. This gentleman goes by the name of Stephen Hawking. He's widely renowned as one of the greatest minds on our planet. He has been quoted in recent years saying, "I don't think we will survive another 1,000 years without the expanding beyond our fragile planet." So I have studied this mission since its takeoff date in September, and I've had multiple astronomy courses and had a natural passion for astronomy. So let's move on to what I'll be covering. I have three main points I will cover: Bennu, the asteroid, and why it was chosen; OSIRIS-REx and some of its capabilities; and then a brief timeline of how long this should take. So now that I've informed you of what we're going to cover, let's move on to the first main point: Bennu, or 1999 RQ-36. It was chosen for three main reasons: its proximity to Earth, its size, and its composition. Now, first with its proximity. Bennu has a natural orbit of 1.2 years at a speed of 63,000 miles an hour. Every 6 years, Earth orbit and Bennu's orbit come so close that they almost collide. In fact, in the future, they're expecting Bennu to come close enough that it will squeeze between the Moon and Earth itself. Moving on from the proximity to the size. Bennu from pole to pole is 510 meters tall, and the diameter of the equator is 500 meters. This is larger than the Eiffel Tower and the Empire State Building themselves. But the most important reason why we chose Bennu is because of its rare B-type composition. B-type composition for planets means that they are they have carbanoids that are essential to life. It's also expected to have organics and water-based materials such as clay. Now that I've spoke about Bennu, let's move on to OSIRIS-REx. Now, OSIRIS-REx was built by Lockheed Martin, University of Arizona, and NASA. It's going to have two main functions when it gets into low gravity orbit. The first is mapping. OSIRIS-REx will spend 1.5 years mapping Bennu with two main cameras: the Polycam and the MapCam. The Polycam from 500 kilometers out will take high resolution images. The MapCam will actually map out the surface to find us the best spot to get a sample. Now there's a third camera, the sample cam, that will actually give us a live feed of grabbing the sample. But for the sampling, the actual sample itself will be collected in the SRC, the Sample Recovery capture. And then we're expecting to capture at least 60 grams of asteroid dust within a matter of 5 seconds. We will only touch down once because they don't want to risk destroying OSIRIS-REx itself. Now, moving on from OSIRIS-REx to a brief timeline. The launch took off in September of 2016, and it's going to take 3 years for OSIRIS-REx to get in low gravity orbit of Bennu. We are expected to receive the actual 60 grams of asteroid dust by September 2025. Now, the really cool part about this is that 25% of the sample will be used for scientists now, but 75% of it will be saved for future scientists and future technology. And moving on to some other key points to this is that if we end up collecting a sample and there are no organics and no water, then some science and high resolution imaging will have to be rewritten and reapproached. And for my closing statement, this mission gets us one step closer to answering the fundamental questions of the human race, such as who are we, where are we from, and are we alone? Thank you for your time, and I hope you guys learned something. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. Thank you. How long was that?